Alright, hello everybody. Let me make sure my mic's good. Yep, we're good. Everything looks like it's going good. Oh, that's race mode, timer mode. There we go. That's the correct button. Yeah, we're here for auto practice and qualifying. Here, only give me the warning. Remember to brake earlier than you think. These cars are heavy. I just realized I forgot to fix the drafting script, but you know what? That's fine. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. I hope not. Yeah, I'm actually going to wait just to make sure. But yeah, it's practice qualifying, obviously. We had the Acre race here where me and Dodge were in a shootout, and we were able to pull out the victory there. So, yeah, we'll see if we have another just 1v1 here. It's a day race, obviously. We had the night race earlier on in the season. And yeah, this is always a fun track to go to. It's one of the more traditional intermediates and traditional racetracks we go to. 8 degrees of banking in the corners, 1.5 miles in length. So yeah, just one of the more normal tracks we go to throughout the year, especially for the fictional tracks. And yeah, it's just a fun track out here in North Carolina. So we'll see what ends up happening here. There's the 9. I don't know if he's got any damage or not. Yeah, he just kind of got to come to a stop mid-corner. So it's almost like a Nashville. Just a really big Nashville in ways. Here, let's see how cooked the draft physics are for the day. Might take a corner or two. I think there's a single mile-an-hour draft. Yippee. Yeah, you can wrap the bottom at like 140. I was able to get a line kind of working where you can kind of sail. Oh, there's 3 miles an hour. Okay. It should be more here, but I'm not too mad at that. Like, that's somewhat acceptable, at least. You can kind of tap the brakes, and then you can make this outside line work a bit. I have gotten that line to work, which I was happy because I've wanted this track to be multi-groove for a while, and it finally is. But yeah, obviously not a lot of draft. I copied these cars from, I believe, UK London, which is the short track we went to in February. So, you know, let's see, 35.0, 35 flat. So the 9 is faster because has a faster car at the moment because we have draft on him. That's always way up the racetrack. He is sideways. He is big time sideways. Yeah, but Hannah is actually recovering from surgery. And so he's on council. He said he's told us whenever he's racing now for the next little bit, he's just trying to survive out there and get some points on the day. So yeah, we hope he has a speedy recovery. And yeah, as we give him a push down the front straight, that might be enough for the fastest lap. Not quite, as we are sideways through the tri-oval here. Try just coasting into the corner, getting to that speed you need to get to. Tagging the apron, though. Yeah, this could be a good race here today, I think. This track always... It's not usually the best racing. It's not a Montgomery, but, you know, it is usually some pretty solid B or C tier racing, you know? And we'll look forward to it. Bloxy Motorsports has had success here in the past with Bloxy. I believe it was Bloxy winning this race when it was on the Acre calendars. We tagged the wall there a little bit. Dodge is going to join for practice of qualifying. I'm going to have to sneeze here in a second, so I apologize if the microphone quality gets really bad here. Yeah, maybe I will. That was a hiccup. Or not a hiccup. I don't even know what that was, but I feel a sneeze coming. So just there's your warning. You have been warned. Anyway, yeah, down into the corner here. Like I said, I think it's just half the battle's getting down to the corner speed you want to get to and being able to wrap the bottom. If you can do that, I think you're going to be in a pretty good spot. Like I said, the draft is a little bit lower than I'd like it to be, but like I said, it's not the worst thing in the world. 34.9, so that was pretty good. The bottom lane definitely is a lane you want to be in. If you can get your car to work on the bottom, that's still the way around this place. You know, maybe as the track starts to wear more, I keep forgetting to, like, change up the tracks, too. I want, like, the track color to fade and, you know, and I want to lower the grip on the actual pavement, too, as, like, it wears out, but, you know. We'll get to that some days we get really sideways. Now, a little bit of draft off Dodge, who goes through the dirt. sliding sideways. Banana with a 34.87. Obviously, in the draft, that's going to help him. He's kind of learning off of our line here. Not really feeding. He's just kind of, gaining some information based on what we're doing and applying that to his lines, and I think it's definitely helping him. Sailing into the corner trying to find something. I don't think we're going to find it. We'll just be really aggressive on exit trying to get the car up to speed, but unfortunately I got 2 cars in the draft behind me, so I don't think it's really going to be worth it. Dodge with a 36.4, but he was sliding around that whole lap. That was a really good entrance in the turn 1. Usually on the ovals like this, I'm usually better in 1 and 2 for whatever reason. Is Brandon going to join? So yeah, 4 people here, still practicing qualifying here at the moment. Okay, we got the car sideways. We can get it pointed down the racetrack here and keep even more speed. So that actually kind of helped out big time. Not the greatest exit of all time, though. We also widened out the restart zone a bit. There we go. 34.7. Dodged with 35.4. You just got to feed the brakes into the corners. Get the car pointed back to the bottom towards the kind of apex of turn 2. And then you can get the car on the gas pedal. That's what I'm finding here. It's not the easiest thing to do. I don't know how consistent I'll be able to be with it, but that is really sideways into the corner. We'll tag the apron. Yeah, you can't let the speeds get too low. If they get too low, the car's going to snap on you like that. So, you got to try to keep up some pace as Banana dives down pit road. There's Brandon pulling out in his new Thunder Motorsports car. He was in the all pitch black open entry machine for a little bit. Still in the 26, obviously. But yeah, now he's got the Thunder Motorsport team color, and then the blue that we had for the outline is now just the his main color, and I think I just gave him like a white or a black outline color. Like you see the green on my car, yeah, white is what I did. I probably should have done a black outline. That probably would have looked better on that car, but it is what it is. Anyway, a little bit of draft. It might not have been the best lap ever. We're not going to be able to get down to the bottom lane, so I'm not too worried about that. Dodged with 34.6, though. Yeah, I think once we're all in a pack, this is going to be quite the race, I think. I'm not too concerned about pole position and all that at the moment, but, we'll see how this ends up playing out. And looking ahead on the order schedule, for those who are interested, let me pull it up on my notes here. That's the schedule before I realized we weren't going to get everything in, and we're going to go way out wide. That's the 2026 schedule. Here's the update. So after this, we have next race is, you can see on the bottom right, it's the 11th. I don't know when this video is actually going to come out. But our next order race is the 20th, and we go to Argyle Auto Field. I believe that's going to be the first race at that track. So we are looking forward to debuting that track. They'll be home of the Argyle 500 here in November. Argyle's crown jewel big event that you want to win. But yeah, this is technically our primary road course division. We have a string of ovals coming up. We have obviously here Argyle Auto Field, New Orleans is an oval, Santa Fe is an oval, Mackinaw's an oval. Yeah, we only have 2 road courses left the whole season, I guess. So now I'm looking at this, I probably could rearrange that a little better. I don't know what I'm doing in the dirt. But yeah, no, that's kind of your next little bit of the schedule here. It's pretty much one every calendar week from here on out, and then until about September, and then I think it's every other week. So that's a rough, calendar for you guys for the rest of the year here. I'm still working on the 2027 schedules. And you know what else I'm working on? Trying to find the half a tenth to take pole position back. I don't think it's going to be the end-all be-all here, but still. Another thing I want to know, I don't like that they updated the leaderboard to not be in the top right. Never mind. I don't know why yeah. All right, that's weird. Anyway, so I ran probably 13 or 14 laps. Me and Banana had joined about the same time. Banana down to a 34.7, but everybody's down to a 34.7 except for Dodge. But anyway, we ran about 12. So strategy-wise, you can probably get car's getting tight. I don't think we're getting pole. Yeah, I think you can probably go 15 to 20 laps here. It's gonna be 32 minutes, so it's not gonna be anything too crazy. But we'll see. 1, maybe 2 stop race, in all honesty. We'll get back to the line. So we have this lap and then one more. I don't know if this is the lap. Obviously, the tires are worn. We're going to have one opportunity here. make something happen on this last lap. I'm sure people have pitted and, you know, they're trying to get some extra speed out of the car here. This is our last chance. Does anybody improve? I'm going to assume, well, I just said that now. I'm going to assume we're all in a pack and we all have one more opportunity. Now we're up the racetrack. That's it. We are not beating Dodge. Yep, everybody's in a pack back there. They aren't gaining on me, though, so that's probably a good thing. I'm sure Dodge is managing the gap, trying not to get in draft, or trying to stay in the draft, I should say. That was a good entry, but it's going to wash up the track here through the centers. The tires are worn out. I thought about just bringing it down pit road there, but we'll round it out. Off of the corner, to the line. Any improvements? I doubt it. No, and that's going to do it. Dodge is on pole here today with me second, Banana third, and Brandon in fourth. And, yeah. So that's going to do it for the video, guys. If you want to see more, leave a like, subscribe. Be sure to tune into the Race on Auders channel and do all that stuff. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.